Yes, people, let's talk about the Russell Brand situation. Let's run the clip.
Age or consent is 16, and I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30. But when I was 30, I was a very different person. I was a lot younger, and I was an immature 30-year-old. Consensual sex, actually, with a variety of people, when there is a strong power differential, as there is when you're a famous man that has the ability to attract women that I had at that time, I think involves exploitation. I think it is exploitative. I recognise that my sexual conduct in the past was selfish, and I did not apply enough consideration, barely any, I suppose, really, to how that sex was affecting other people in Europe and in the United Kingdom where I'm from.
So, to get an idea of the situation, basically, back in the day, at the height of Russell Brand's fame, to understand the situation, you need to understand how big he was. He was, at that time, as big as, you know, X Factor or Pop Idol, like the height of X Factor, when all the families used to come around and watch it. We all did. X Factor was a big deal, or like that sort of. It was as big as that. Like when we used to sit around and watch it as a family, and everybody used to talk about X Factor. He was as big as that. He was as big as the hype. He was as big as Ali G was when Ali G came out with that movie and all of that. He was as big as that. Like, he was a big deal. Not to me, because I never thought he was funny. I always thought he was a bit weird. Because he used to have this weird Barney type hairstyle. But that's how big he was. So the situation goes that he slept with a 16-year-old when he was in his 30s. Now, I've done videos on older guys sleeping with younger girls, and I think it's weird. I think it's, you know, the age gap is just crazy. Now, however, if you follow Russell Brand now to then, I do believe there is a big change. There's a lot of stuff Russell Brand does now. It's like, I don't even think he should be called Russell. I don't even know if he still goes by that name, but he's a completely different person. You know how people say people grow, people change? I can honestly say he has, because what he does now is totally different to what he did back then. He's spoken about COVID. He does a lot of insightful stuff. He talks about a lot of knowledgeable stuff, and he's a very smart man. Even back then he was smart, but he was just playing the character for whatever reason. There's even videos of him and Diddy on a jet together. But again, I generally believe he's a different person from back then. But the interview was quite insightful because, you know, you get these people that have been accused of certain stuff and they dodge the question. He was very in depth, and I feel like he was very sincere, and he was trying to not cover it up or trying to make excuses. He was trying to talk about his mindset at that time, if that makes sense. And I can see that he's going back to a person where he wasn't at. Like, he's not at that stage of his life anymore. Cool. So yeah, I thought that was very insightful. But the whole situation, I don't agree with it, no. And I see a lot of people jumping on him. Again, fully deserved or whatever. If it was consensual, again, at that age, I don't think it's right, because they're not fully developed in their mind. They're still a child. But we have to talk about, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce. You have to talk about other people as well, because it's not, you know, we can chuck him under the bus, but there's a lot of people that do this. A lot of people are doing it and been doing it. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio, one of my favorite actors. But yeah, he's got some funny fetish with these 20-something-year-olds, and he's, you know, he's a big man. He's a big man. And there was even an interview with him and Russell Brand and Piers Morgan I found interesting. Let me run the clip.
Process, which could end up with you in a prison for a long period of time.
I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30.
Here in New York, it would have been a crime.
We are going to find out the truth, And if the truth is I am going to prison, my job will be, do not be afraid of that truth.
This Bible, actually, I think it was this one you took into court. What were the relevant passages?
All right. Thank you for asking.
This is the first interview you've done with any Brit since the allegations. You are slightly hypersensitive to anyone challenging, because most of the media you do, you don't really get challenged.
Excuse me. Amidst the rape allegations, the Shagger of the Year titles do not seem quite as valuable. Some of the shine's come off.
You only became a Christian 7 months after the allegations were made public. You worked out that this could give you some kind of cover. You know there are people who think you're basically just a massive grifter.
No, that's what they say about you, actually. Here's
Oh, good.
calm down and slow
But
down.
it's a serious question.
I want you to calm down and slow down.
Very calm. This sense that you were somehow singled out, targeted deliberately. A lot of people think that's honestly bullshit.
I can't actually find the verse that I had that day.
You were an atheist.
You know, Piers Morgan, I've done a video on him. You know, it's, I don't know. I don't know about Piers. I'll do another video on Piers, but with the whole Russell Brand situation, let me know in the comments down below. It's a hard one because the person Russell Brand now is, the person he is now, I rate him. I listen to his stuff. You know, I think he's very intelligent. But, you know, when you're part of that circle, that old lifestyle, it seems like everyone's into funny businesses, which is really weird. I don't understand why. It seems like, you know, to be famous, you have to do some sort of compromising bullshit. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get these views up.